When we talk about cameras that have shaped the mirrorless market, Sony's A7 series has always been a name that comes up first. Over the years, it has become a pillar of innovation, constantly raising the bar for what photographers and filmmakers expect from a hybrid camera. Back in 2018, the A7 III hit the sweet spot with its professional-grade performance at a price enthusiasts could justify. It was known as the basic model that wasn't so basic, and it turned into a bestseller almost overnight. Then came the A7IV in 2021, which offered stronger processing, improved autofocus, and far more capable video tools, but at a higher cost. Now, in 2025, the stage is set for the Sony A7V, and the anticipation surrounding it is massive. Unlike the incremental upgrades we've come to expect, the A7V is rumored to be a true step forward, something that could redefine the identity of the A7 line. One of the biggest talking points about the A7V is the sensor, because in any camera, that's where the magic begins. According to leaks, Sony is considering two very different paths. The first is a 44-megapixel BSI CMOS sensor. This would make the A7V a resolution powerhouse, catering to detail-obsessed photographers who demand every pixel. Imagine shooting massive billboard advertisements, fashion editorials, or high-end studio work where clarity is non-negotiable. That's where a sensor like this shines. Of course, the trade-off is that higher resolution typically means slower burst speeds and slightly weaker performance in low light. But for photographers who prioritize sharpness above all else, it would be a dream. The second rumored option is a 33-megapixel stacked CMOS sensor. This one is all about speed and responsiveness. With its faster readouts, rolling shutter would be greatly reduced. Burst shooting would be smoother, and autofocus tracking would be sharper and more reliable. Low light performance would also see a boost thanks to larger pixels compared to the 44MP version. This makes it a fantastic option for sports shooters, wildlife photographers, and filmmakers who need agility and performance more than sheer resolution. Essentially, the choice of sensor will determine the A7V's identity. Will Sony position it as the higher resolution detail monster, or will it lean toward becoming the fast, filmmaker-focused speed demon? That's the million-dollar question, of course, in 2025. No camera can truly succeed without powerful video features, and this is where the A7V rumors get really exciting. The leaks suggest it will shoot 4K video with 16-bit raw output. Paired with professional color profiles like S-Log3 and S-Gamut3, this means creators will have incredible flexibility in post-production. With the ability to color grade cinematic footage straight out of the camera, even more impressive is the rumor of 8 stops of in-body image stabilization, which could make handheld footage look as if it were shot on a gimbal. For YouTubers, indie filmmakers, and content creators of all levels, this is a game changer. The ability to record high-quality footage without relying on external recorders or stabilizers means the A7V could genuinely serve as an all-in-one production tool. But let's talk about price, because this is where things get tricky. According to multiple leaks, the Sony A7V is expected to land between $2,799 and $2,999 for the body alone. That's a serious step up from the A7 III's sub-$2,000 launch and even higher than the A7 IV's $2,499 starting point. For some buyers, this price hike might feel justified. After all, stacked sensors, advanced processors, and stabilization systems aren't cheap to develop. Sony is also likely responding to industry trends. Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, and Fujifilm have all raised the prices of their latest cameras, pushing them firmly into the premium segment. For others, though, especially enthusiasts who love the A7 line because it offered incredible value, this may feel like Sony is moving away from its roots. At nearly $3,000, the A7V will be competing with some very strong rivals. Canon's EOS R6 Mark II is already a favorite among hybrid shooters thanks to its color science and impressive video tools. Nikon Z6 III is another contender, known for its ergonomics and excellent low-light performance. And then there's Panasonic's S5 II X, which has won the hearts of filmmakers with its video-first approach and competitive pricing. Each of these cameras brings something unique to the table, but Sony's strongest card has always been its autofocus system. Real-time subject tracking, industry-leading, autofocus, and intelligent recognition modes have consistently put Sony ahead of the pack. If the A7V builds on that legacy while adding more advanced video tools, it could very well stand out as the most balanced hybrid camera on the market. That said, there is still risk. By pushing the A7V's price closer to $3,000, Sony risks alienating the very audience that made the A7 III a legend in the first place. Remember, the A7 III wasn't just popular because of its performance, it was popular because of its accessibility. It offered so much for so little compared to the competition. If Sony shifts the A7V firmly into professional territory, many enthusiasts may feel priced out and could either stick with older models like the A7 IV or look to competitors offering better value. But this could be part of Sony's broader strategy. By making the A7V more premium, they leave room for other models in the lineup, such as a future A7C II or a refreshed entry-level full-frame option. In this way, Sony can continue to serve both professionals and enthusiasts without cannibalizing sales. If the rumors are true, the A7V could also have a massive ripple effect across the industry. For photographers, it could reset expectations, making higher resolution shooting without sacrificing speed a new standard. For filmmakers, it could normalize pro-level video tools in mid-tier models, raising the baseline for what creators demand. And for casual YouTubers and content creators, it could raise the bar for hybrid performance, making it clear that even affordable full-frame cameras are expected to deliver cinematic results. In other words, the A7V could force Canon, Nikon, and Panasonic to step up their game, either by lowering their prices or adding features Sony leaves out, like open gate recording or higher frame rate 6K capture. So what does all of this mean for you? If you're a professional who needs cutting-edge tools, the A7V could be worth every dollar. If you're an enthusiast, it might feel like Sony is drifting too far into premium pricing. But you could still benefit from the price drops on older models like the A7 IV, which remain incredibly capable. Either way, the A7V represents more than just another camera release. Sony's way of signaling where the mirrorless market is heading. Higher performance, higher prices, and a stronger emphasis on hybrid shooting. Now, the only question is, which path Sony will take. Will the A7V be the high-resolution detail machine with 44 megapixels, or will it embrace speed and agility with the 33-megapixel stacked sensor? Both options have their advantages, and either way, Sony seems poised to deliver a camera that will carry the Alpha 7 legacy forward. So what do you think? Would you prefer the A7V as a high-resolution stills camera, or as a fast hybrid tool optimized for video and action? Let me know your thoughts in the comment side. Love to see where the community stands. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next deep dive. On the end screen, check out my video on the Canon EOS R6 Mark II and another on Nikon Z6 III to see how Sony stacks up against the competition. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.